Hi, Assalamualaikum. Group 65, SKAA 2012 Civil Engineering Lab 1, Open-Ended Experiment, Rock Mechanic, Dr. Muhammad Irfan bin Shahrin. Our group member, Nik Aziz bin Matnor, Hamim bin Syayuti, Nurul Rauda binti Muhammad Nur, Noriza binti Kamaruddin, Nur Hazlina binti Halim.
Open Index Experiment, Rock Mechanic, G4, G4-3 Point Load Test. Introduction. Point load test is carried out on the cone rock segment or irregular rock fragment to obtain the point load strengthness index IS50 and unconfined compression strength. This test does not require costly specimen prepare and is quite simple test. The failure load P and the distance between platelet D are measured to obtain the uncorrected point load stress P/D2. A correction is applied to account from the specimen size and shape, and the unfounded compression strength is obtained from correction equation. Depends on the specimen geometry. Three types of tests can be performed: diametrically, axially, and regular sum. Testing produced as suggested by ISRM 2007. In the figure 1, specimen shape requirement from A, the diameter test, B, the axial test, C, the block test, D, the irregular sum test, ISRM.
Objective: to determine the compressive strength of rock specimens from irregular lump tests. Theory: when first introduced, the point load strength test was used mainly to predict unaxial compressive strength, which was then the established test for general-purpose rock strength classification. Point load strength now often replaces the unaxial compressive strength in this role, since when properly conducted, it is as reliable and much quicker to measure. LS50 should be used directly for rock classification, since correlations with unaxial compressive strength are only approximation. On average, unaxial compressive strength is 20 to 25 times point load test. However, tests on many different rock types, the ratio can vary between 15 and 50, especially for anisotrophic rocks, so that errors of up to 100 are possible in using an arbitrary ration value to predict compressive strength from point load strength. The point load strength test is a form of indirect tensile test, but it is largely irrelevant to its primary role in rock classification and strength characterization. LS50 is approximately 0.80 times the unaxial tensile or Brazilian tensile strength. Procedure: first, rock blocks or lumps of size 50 to 35 mm and of the shape shown in figure 1D are suitable for the irregular lump test. The ratio D over W should be between 0.3 and 1.0, preferably close to 1.0. Second, there should preferably be at least 10 tests per sample, more if the sample is heterogeneous or anisotrophic. 3. The specimen is inserted in the test machine and the platens closed to make contact with the smallest dimension of the lump or block, away from the edges and corner, figure 1D. Fourth, the distance D between the platen contact points is recorded 2%. The smallest specimen with W perpendicular to the loading direction is recorded 5%. If the sides are not parallel, then W is calculated as W1 plus W2 divided by 2 as shown in figure 1D. Fifth, the load is steadily increased such that failure occurs within 10 to 60 seconds and the failure load P is recorded. The test should be rejected as invalid if the fracture surface passes through only one loading point. Figure 2.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Noriza binti Kamarudin and I'm from group 65. Today I want to show you the point load test. Okay, the objective of point load test is to determine the strength of rock material through index test. Okay, this is the material and this is the machine. Okay, firstly, measure the diameter of sample and the length of sample. Okay, place the sample into the machine. Okay, touch the machine into the sample. Okay, and press the machine until touch the sample. Okay, first reading and continue the test twicely. Thank you.
Calculations. The uncorrected point load strength I50 is calculated is given as uncorrected point load strength I equal P over D power of 2. Equivalent course diameter D power of 2 equal to 4A over pi for lump test. Minimum cross-sectional area A equal to W times D. Point load strength I50 equal to F times I, and size corrections factor F equal to D over 50 power of 0.45 or from FIGG. Thank you.